First impression of the room. These lights are doing absolutely nothing for this room. They're giving like a yellowy cast. It's pointless opening the curtains because it's pitch black outside. So as you come in the door, you do have the ensuite. I'll do that in a second. And then we've got this freestanding wardrobe. Little bit of storage, couple of hangers, and I think that's meant to be a quilt. They do like mirrors in this room because there's 3 of them. I think they might have done that purposely to make the room look slightly bigger. Couple of coat hooks and a very small TV. Now there is aircon in this room, and the moment I put the card in the slot, the aircon came on and the room was like ice, but we don't need it on because it's only about 10 degrees outside. There's plenty of power sockets, 2 over there, and I can see 6 here. Now, I wasn't sure if I was getting a kettle, but I've got one, and a selection of coffees, and only a couple of coffees and a couple of black tea bags. Now, I'm just looking at that kettle. This definitely needs descaling, and the inside as well. I certainly won't be using that. And it's all wrapped up anyhow, so it doesn't look like anyone uses it. Shame really, because it doesn't take a lot to clean a kettle. The beds themselves. Now, there's no quilt except the one that's in the wardrobe. So we've just got this cover over the mattress, and I gather that's your sheet. Just this one thin. I gather that's what the sheet is. There's no quilts anywhere. We have got some slippers. Don't know if you can hear that in the background. There's obviously some sort of service going on in the mosque. Right, so I'll check this bed. Do you know what? I can't see these pillows with this yellowy cast in the room. But they look okay. They've got the crease lines. Do they have pillow protectors? Yes, they do have. Now, I can see straight away that this has not got a mattress protector on, unless this is the mattress protector. I just can't work this bed out. Because if this is the mattress protector, then there's no bottom sheet. I can see a topper. Let's pull this up. Here we go. Again, is this horrible yellowy cast. But the mattress looks very clean. I'm trying to look at it, yeah. The mattress looks clean. But the topper looks yellowy, the sheets look yellowy. It's this light. It's got to be. First impression, it looks okay. Again, the same as the bedroom, it looks dated. Shower cubicle looks okay. Very noisy fan. Yep, toilet's clean. It's not a lot of space. You do have the hairdryer, and we've got some shampoo and shower gel and some soap as well, and some cotton buds. It is a very tight squeeze. Yep, but everything looks fine. It's a huge step to get in. Now the room does come with breakfast included up on the terrace, which I gather is a sun terrace up on the roof. I've been told the breakfast is up there between 8:30 and 10. Now there's not a lot to show. All you do is come in above the shop downstairs, which I think it's a hairdresser's or something like that. You come up above that, up to the second floor, tiny little reception area where I think with a seat, and then you go to your rooms. So there's nothing else to show. So all I can show you now is what I do have for breakfast in the morning. Tell you if I get a good night's sleep. I don't know if you can still hear that outside there. Obviously there's some sort of service going on at the moment. Yeah, see if I get a good night's sleep and if there's plenty of hot water. And of course, as I said, I booked this based on price, and I'll tell you what the price is in the morning. Well, good morning. I'll let you have a little look at the room now in the daylight. It doesn't really look... It looks a bit brighter than it did last night. And the view from the window looks like a building site. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm dressed like Nanook of the North. Well, last night when I went out for something to eat, the temperature dropped down to about 3 degrees with an ice wind. It was freezing cold last night, and the restaurant that I sat in had no roof on. So that gives you an idea of how warm it was. It was the first place I could find by the hotel. They didn't expect it to be that cold. The staff were walking around with the coats on. I mean, and no roof on the restaurant. Anyhow. So, again, it's breakfast time. It's just gone 9 o'clock. Breakfast is served till 10:30. But it's on the terrace on the roof. So I'm dressed up like this. I know the sun's out, but it might be absolutely freezing still. I hope the terrace is enclosed, because if we're sitting out al fresco and it's only about 4 or 5 degrees, then I think I'll give it a miss. I'm not sitting there shivering. We'll find out. Let's go up. So back from breakfast, and I'm still dressed like this. Correct, it was open al fresco terrace to sit and have your breakfast. Now they did try to enclose it with this plastic sheeting, but it's not fit for purpose as far as I'm concerned. It's freezing up there. Now when I say breakfast, it was very limited breakfast. Not fussed on it. But then again, that's probably why the price is so low. I'm getting the feel now that this is something more like a student place, because the only person I could see up there looked like a younger student. So maybe I'm in some sort of version of a hostel type of thing. I'm not 100% certain. I looked at this hotel. It looked in a fairly good location, and the write-up seemed okay, and the pictures looked a lot different to these to this room. It looked quite nice, quite a nice spacious room with a double bed in, and maybe there are rooms like that, I don't know. Anyhow, it's done what it says on the tin for me for the night. I've got to go now and move on to my next hotel. Anyhow, what do I think of the Hotel 20? Well, the room, very, very basic, very, very dated, but we are right in the old town of Antalya, so I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I've never been here before. The shower, plenty of hot water. The problem was, with it dropping down last night, the temperature in the room, the bed I'm talking about now, There's no quilts, there's nothing, there's just that little thin sheet, and the temperature dropped down. Now, I was trying to get the aircon, seeing if it would go to heat. I couldn't get it, it was blowing cold. So literally it was freezing last night in this room because the temperature outside had dropped down to like 3 degrees. So I couldn't really get warm last night, so I ended up having to put tops on to get warm, which is ridiculous. Maybe it does work, but the remote is in Turkish and I don't understand the dials. Anyhow, but as I said, plenty of hot water in the shower this morning, and the TV, nothing on there at all except Turkish channels. Internet, straight on, right onto it. The place itself, I've had to go up 5 floors to get to the terrace. It's on the 5th floor from the ground and there's no lift. So it's not for mobility. It's 5 lots of steps all the way up. I'm on the 3rd floor, which is 3 lots of steps up, and the reception is 2 floors. Is 1 floor below me, it's 2 floors from the ground level because it's above a shop. Location wise, it's in a very good location, really good location. But the reason why I booked it again, as I said, was the price. Now, for 2 staying in this room, bed and breakfast, now the breakfast, as I said, is the basic, very basic. It was only £35, so really £17.50 a night. The only price it is 2 people, so I had to pay the £35. But £17.50, even if it's just for the room, that's fine. Don't get me wrong, the bed was nice and comfy, but I was cold. But that's the temperature, and as people said last night when I was out, they don't expect this to happen. It's dropped down during the night from like 18 in a day down to 3, and it was an ice wind. Now, I haven't really been out except for that enclosed terraced area upstairs, which felt cold, but we are 5 floors high. The sun is out at the moment, and I'm hoping that it's a lot warmer out there than there is in here. Would I come back? Don't think so. Anyhow, tell me in the comments down below. Have you stayed at the Hotel 20? Would you like to stay here? Is this sort of the hotel for you? I don't know. I've never been to this area in Turkey. I've been to Marmaris, but I've never been in this area before. I am in the old town. I do expect it to be old buildings. And with old buildings comes style and culture, and I like some old hotels. It's very old to me. It feels very old and it feels very dated. But as I said, I'm moving on. The price wise, it's really good if you're staying. A couple of you staying here, £17.50 for the night, and you don't have to have that breakfast. You can always go and eat out. I don't know what else to say. I'm just hoping that the next hotel is better than this one. I'm moving on to that hotel. If you want to know what it is, you'll have to watch and see. So give this video a thumbs up, like, share, of course, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. As I say, I'm moving on. Some places just don't hit the button, and this one's not for me. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.